Welcome again to the Demo Derby Smashdown V8 Extermi-NATION. Week 3 of our 6-week series here on the Play Games YouTube channel. 14 Play Gamer drivers remain. One of them is going to be the last car standing and will win the coveted Silver Trash Can Award. Hi, I'm Keith Avalone from Play Games. Sam is running the board again tonight. Welcome to our YouTube channel and another exciting Demo Derby event. Last week's event was won by Bob Sheehy in the final round showdown against David Dre. So Bob has the points lead right now with 22 points, followed by Al Wilson in the Bitty Beer. What kind of car is Al driving? Oh, the El Presidente, the Bitty Beer El Presidente. He's got 16 points. Steve Tower and Dave Dre both have 15 points. Lew Coleman is the fifth place driver with 14 points. We also had controversy last week. Michael Robinson was disqualified for an alleged safety violation, which turned out to be a questionable call, to say the least, by the Derby referee. However, the American Demo Derby League commissioner refused to allow an appeal, and therefore, with no choice but to remove Michael's points. He got no points for the event last week. He was able to hang in there, though, and avoid elimination based on his qualifying week score, but he's sitting there at the bottom with 3 points and is on the bubble, so to speak. We had two drivers get exterminated from last week's show, John Heckel and Ed Gibbons. We will exterminate 2 more drivers tonight. Basically, anybody who has single-digit points right now is at risk. That would be, Chris Bowler, Jason Mockler with 9 and 8 points respectively. Chris Phillips, Chris Day have 7 points. Davide Brambilla with 5 points, and then Michael Robinson with 3 points. So all of those guys are the ones who are most at risk, but anything could happen. Once again, tonight's an ascending scale of points depending on where you finish. 0 points for getting knocked out first, 1 point for getting knocked out second, 2 points for getting knocked out third, and so on until we get to the top 3. Tonight's third place finisher will get 13 points. The second place finisher will get 15 points. And just like last week, the winning driver tonight gets 20 points in the standings. Quick note about driver grades before we get started. Demo Derby Smashdown is kind of like Face to the Mat in that there is kind of a fluctuating driver grade system, kind of like the TV grade system in Face to the Mat, where drivers go up and down the scale based on their awesomeness or lack of it. So we adjusted the driver grades to accommodate Bob Sheehy's rise in popularity last week. He is the only AAA driver on the board. We have everybody else at single A except for Michael Robinson, who we give a fan boost because he kind of got ripped off. He's a double A driver. And then Dave Dre, who was a B driver after losing the Demo Derby ending showdown last week, so he had to drop a grade. So everybody's an A except for Dave Dre, who's a B, Michael Robinson, double A, and Bob Sheehy, triple A, the superstar of the American Demo Derby League as of right now. So that's our setup. We're ready to roll here. If you're ready, let's head down to the Dot Cola Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's V8 Extermi-NATION event. By the way, our Demo Derby Smashdown play mats are scheduled to arrive this week in-house. If you'd like to be notified, there's a link in the description below. You can click the link. It'll take you to the Play Now page. You can press the Notify Me button at the bottom of the page. We're not exactly sure when the mats will arrive, but they are supposed to arrive this week. Let me also turn off my cell phone so it doesn't have that Ricola alert noise in case somebody decides to text me during our Demo Derby Smashdown event. All right, we're ready to roll here. Got my scoreboard to the side. The cars are lined out in our opening order. The engines are running, and we're ready to roll. Mark Moe's going to get things rolling. He is in the first position of the first column in the Sackway Foods number 50 Mayflower Coupe. And here we go. It's a 66. It's a car result. So no damage on Mark's car. It's going to be a hit on somebody, and we're going to use the decider die to decide who. It'll be a single X on Matt Dante? No, it'll be on Chris Bowler, who's going to get the first damage of the night. Matt Dante goes next. I'm going to use my die here to mark who's going. 15 on Matt Dante's 55. That's going to be a skid result. All right, so he's a single A driver. And, ooh, it's an unusual result. We're going right to the unusual result table. Everything okay? You're giving me a funny look right now.
It is funny. You've got your board up here, but you've also got the playmat there that's got all those same results on it, isn't it?
Yes, that's true. Yes. Okay. But this way I don't have to look down like this. I can look straight ahead.
Okay.
I have multiple charts all over the board here, just to make it easier for me. I need all the help I can get. Let's put it that way. Here's our unusual results. Yeah, I'm already forgetting who's doing that. Is that Matt? Was that Matt that's got the unusual? No, it's Chris Bowler who's got the unusual result. 54 in the unusual results. An automatic kill of the star car in the cluster. Oh my gosh, somebody's already got knocked out. And it's going to be either Mark Moe or Matt Dante because both of them have no damage so far. Here's the big dot. It's Mark Moe. Oh, Matt Dante gets bounced out. All right, the big kill. He T-boned that Gold Crown sedan. See ya, Matt. So Matt is going to get 0 points. He does have 12, so I don't think he's going to be in danger tonight. But he might be on the bubble for next week. All right, so now we go to Davide Brambilla from Italy in the 61 Nighthawk Coupe driving for Burger Hut. Of course, I'm wearing my Burger Hut t-shirt tonight. 32. It's an X. So external damage and 2 internal. And we'll have to roll the decider die. Is it Bob Sheehy that takes the damage? No, it's going to be Steve Tower in the Amicable Insurance Regal Super Sedan, who's going to get the external damage and 2 internal. He's going to lose moves 2 and 1. Let's see. So Steve is... I don't know worries. I'll get a different chip. We'll use purple for Steve. 2 and 1. So the reverse smash and the bumper blast are gone for Steve Tower. Back to Bob Sheehy. 13. All right, so that's going to be a X, external damage, 2 internal damage. And who's it going to be? It's his choice of drivers. So it's Davide. Nope, he's going to put it on Steve. So Steve is going to take another external damage and 2 more internal damage. He's going to lose 1 and 5. So he's already lost 2 damage on the reverse smash. 1 more and he's out. He's got 3 moves left, but 3 internal damage. Finally, Steve gets a chance to do something. And it's 26. 26. He does not have that move, so he's just sitting there shaking his head, wondering what happened for this derby to go south so quickly. Al Wilson in the El Presidente as we move to column number 3. 52. That's going to be an internal damage for Al, but he's also going to do an internal and an external damage. He's going to lose move 1, but then he's going to also do the same thing to somebody else. He's going to lose move 2 with the bumper blast. All right, who's it going to be that's going to get the damage? Dave Dre? Yes, so Dave's going to get an external damage, and he's also going to lose a move. He's going to lose move 6. All right, so he loses the waffle iron move. We go to Dave. Will Dave do payback? 41. The rollback. Oh, so no damage. A little bit late for that, but at least he's not going to take damage from Lew Coleman. So we'll flip Dave's card over, and Luke is going to roll next in the Dot Cola Wayfarer. 53. Let's see here. That's going to be XO exclamation point. So a little external damage on Luke's car. He's going to put it on Al. So Al takes a big dent in the fender and also loses one of his internal moves, move number 6. So Al's out of the waffle iron too. He's lost 2 of his moves. We go to Michael Robinson in the Sure-Load Truck and Venus sedan, number 70, 52. That's going to be our potpourri of our assortment of moves. XO exclamation point question mark with the kamikaze. So he'll take an internal and an external. He's going to lose move 3. But he's going to do the same thing to somebody else. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Jason Mockler? Nope, it's going to be Chris Phillips who's going to take it. So Chris gets an external and also loses an internal. He's going to lose move number 1 in the 67 Rubicon Wireless Normandy sedan. All right, let's see. So Jason Mockler will be next. 24, 31. Let's see. He's going to do a little stinger. Ooh, he's going to take an internal damage. He's going to lose move 4. And who's he going to put it on? Is it going to be Michael Robinson? Nope, he's going to put it on Chris also. Now it's Chris's turn. 21. He's got that move. He's going to put it on the car with the most damage, which would be Michael Robinson, a little bumper blast action. He's going to put an external damage and an internal on Michael's Sure-Load Truck and 70 Venus sedan. So Michael's got 2 internal, 2 external. And we're going to move to Chris Day in the final column here. Or did I do Chris Phillips? No, I think that was Jason Mockler that moved, right? trying to remember whether I did, whether I had Chris Phillips go already. Kind of lost track there. Check the comments. Let's check the tape. Yeah, I want to make sure I give everybody a fair shot here. I'm trying to use the decider die to. I think that was Jason Mccoy, but it might have been Chris Phillips. Let's find out and see.
Get your finger on Chris Phillips.
Okay. All right. Going to the replay review. All right. Yeah, I think we're moving on to the next column then.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Chris Day, 42. That's going to be a rollback move. He's going to hide out, leaving Mike Perry nobody to hit, and that's going to end the first minute of action. Let's shuffle those cards up. Already lost our first driver. And so long to Matt Dante, who got wiped out in that opening round. All right, here we go. Second minute of the action. We're going to go crossways, left to right. Chris Phillips, Jason Mccoy, Mark Moe. That's probably Dave Dre, Mike Perry. You know, I think we're actually going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we gotta go like this. Let's go like this here. All right. So Chris Phillips starts it out, and here we go. Minute number 2 of tonight's Derby, 67 or 63 on the 67. That's going to be he's going to put an external damage, or rather an internal damage, on the burst car, which is Chris Bowler. Chris Bowler is going to lose move number 5. Alrighty, and Chris will also damage himself in doing so. Now Chris will come back, 56. He doesn't have that move, so the kamikaze move is out for Chris. He gets to do nothing. Mike Perry with a free shot, 26. I don't think Mike's got any damage at all. Nope, he's got a clean car so far, and as a car result, which will be most likely a quick hit on somebody, yes. Who will it be? Chris Phillips? No, it'll be Chris Bowler. All right, so that wraps up the first column. We go to the second column, Jason Mccoy. 44. Let's see if he's got that move. No, he does not have the rollback move. So he's not going to be able to hide out. He's limited mobility. Here's Al Wilson, 35. He's got that move. It's a skid result. All right, so Al's a single A. So 1, 2, or 3 will do damage on somebody. But it's a 5, so he's going to do damage to himself. Lost control there. It's 3 damage on Al's car now. Here's Steve Tower with a heavily damaged Regal Super Sedan. 36. Does he even have that move? He does. It's a car result. 2 damage, 2 external damage. So 50-50 chance he's going to put some damage on somebody. Nope, he's going to stall out. Steve Tower stalls out. Going to put a stall car on Steve's car. The Super Sedan is steaming. We go to the third column. Mark Moe, 16. That's another car result, but Mark's got a clean car, so probably a quick hit on somebody, and it is. Let's see if he goes for Michael Robinson. No, he's going to go for Lew Coleman. Lew Coleman takes the damage. Here's Michael Robinson, 64, and he's got that move. He's going to go for the star car, so he's going to put a little hit on Mark Moe, takes his first damage of the night, and internal and external. So Mark's going to lose move number 2. Let's see, in the Sackway Foods number 50. And here's Lew Coleman. 65. Does Luke have that move? He does. It's a skid move. So Luke's a single A, and he will get, that's nothing. He just whiffed. We go over to the fourth column. We flip over Dave Dre's card. He's going to get a shot on Bob Sheehy, the only other driver in the column, 54. He has the move. It's an X question mark. So you're going to put a hit on Bob Sheehy, but he's going to take some internal damage in doing so. He's going to lose move number 6. Let's see here. That's his second loss of the waffle iron. Here's Bob Sheehy. Could do a kill if he gets a third one on him. 34. And Bob has got no internal damage. Looking good so far. XO. Well, XO into the burst car. Well, there's only one car in the column, so he's going to put an X on Dave. External damage on both of them with that hit. We go now to the final column. Final moments of the second minute of the Derby. Chris Day flips over in the Bugs Be Gone Pest Control Hercules wagon. And it's a 14. Oh, he's going to take 2 of his own damage. He's going to damage his car with 2 big dents, but he's also going to put some external damage on Davide Barbila's car. And Davide says, wait a minute, 64. That will be right back at you. And an internal damage to boot on Chris's Hercules. He's going to lose move number 1. That's going to wrap up our second minute of the Derby. Let's pick the cars up. Spread. This time we'll go top to bottom. I'm going to put 2 marks there, so we're now in our third minute of the Derby. All right, we'll go top to bottom now, from the bottom. So Mike, Chris, Al, Steve, Michael Robinson, Mark Moe, Bob Sheehy, Dave Dre, Davide, Chris, Luke, and we'll do 4 in the last column this time. All right, here we go. Mike Perry will lead it off. How's Mike's car looking so far? He's got a clean car, the only clean car in the Derby right now. Let's check. Is Jason Mockler? Yeah, Jason's got some internal damage. Mike's got neither internal nor external. So he's the front runner right now, 65. It's a skid result. He's a single A. And 6, we got an unusual result. Here we go. 63 on the unusual results table. Coolant hose burst. Uh-oh, his engine light goes on. Well, he went from being totally clean to the engine light popping on. The coolant hose burst. All right, so I'm going to put the engine light on Mike's car on the 45. But no internal damage except for that leaking hose. Chris Bowler, 13. I think it's the second 13 I rolled for Chris. So an external damage and 2 internal to his choice. Dot, it's Mike Perry. Nope, he's going to put it on Chris Phillips. So that's 4 on Chris, 4 external. Let's check the internal on the number 67. It's going to lose 4 and 6. So half his moves are gone in the Rubicon Wireless Normandy sedan. All right, here's Chris. See if he's got anything he can do here. 43. I think he just lost that move. Yes, he did. So he's not going to be able to do anything. Al Wilson in column 2, 26. Does not have the bumper blast. Steve Tower makes a beeline. Oh, we got to see if he starts his car up, first of all. Dottie does. He does. Steve gets the Amicable Insurance Regal Super Sedan rolling, but he does not have move number 1. So he got it started, but that's it. And Michael Robinson with a chance to get some damage on somebody, 14. And he does not have the reverse smash, so he's a sitting duck. No action in column 2. We go to Mark Moe in column 3, 32. That's going to be, he's going to put, let's see, we have to roll the decider die. Dot, it's Bob Sheehy. Bob Sheehy's going to take an external and 2 internal. Let's see what Bob's commuter sport coupe is looking like right now. He doesn't have any internal damage yet. He's going to lose 2 and 3, though, so he's just got a lot less maneuverable. Here comes Bob right back at you, 42. He has that move. It's a no damage. Well, he's not going to get hit by Dave Dre anyway. Dave, 11. It's a good thing he avoided that. It's 2 X's on Mark Moe and an internal damage. Mark is going to lose move number 1. And he's now lost 2 of his 6. And we move to the final column. Let's see here. Davide, 53. Let's see. Does he have 53? Number 6. Yes, he does. XO and an internal. No targeting symbol, though. So we'll have to use the die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to put it on Chris Day. So X and an internal. Let's see here. 6. So Chris is going to lose move number 6. All right, here's Chris Day with his comeback move, 24. Let's see, in the number 5, he has that. That will be X to the star car, which is going to be Jason Mockler, which has the least amount of damage. So 24X and an internal damage. Jason's also going to lose move number 6. So he's got 2 lost. Now we go to Lew Coleman. In the 61 Wayfarer Dot Cola Sedan, 24. Luke has got an X. So internal, external to the star car, which is going to be either Davide or Jason. Dot, it's Davide. Nope, Jason's going to take it. So he's going to lose an internal and an external. He's going to lose number 5. 24, 5. Ooh, he's lost the bottom row of action here. And Jason's going to wrap up the minute. 62. He does not have that. So we finished the third minute. And still, pretty much everybody that is on there is still competitive. Mike Perry's got his engine light on. But other than that, he's pretty solid. All right, we'll go across the top this time. Let's do final 2 columns of 2, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. Oh, that was good positioning for who's that? Oh, it's Bob Sheehy playing possum, and he gets the last move of the column. Smart driving from Bob. That's why he's AAA. Okay, here's Chris Phillips to start out the 4th minute of the Derby. 31. Let's check 67. That's going to be a stinger move. He's going to lose move number 4, his own move number 4. That's 4 internal damage. But he's also going to put a damage on, let's see, Dot, it's Michael Robinson. Yep, Michael Robinson's going to take it. So here's Michael with a little payback maybe, 52. X, oh, it's okay, it's one of everything. So he's going to take an internal and an external. Michael's going to lose move number 6. And he's going for the star car, which in this case is going to be Mark Moe. So Mark's going to take an external and an internal. Mark's got 4 external damage and now 3 internal. He's lost the top half of his cards. See if he can get anything going with only half his car running. And, oh, it's the waffle iron, the triple X. Look out. So it's Chris Phillips. Somebody's going out right now. Mark Moe is taking somebody out. Dot's going to be Chris Phillips. No Dot, it's Michael Robinson. Who's he going to take out? Here it is. Oh, he's taking out Michael Robinson. Big waffle iron, triple X smasheroo. So I think that's going to probably knock Michael out of the Derby. Because he's going to get 1 point. And he only had 3, so he'll wind up with 4 points. Not looking good for Michael Robinson. If only he could have hung out a little bit longer. If only Mark had targeted Chris Phillips. All right, here's Chris Day, as we move to column number 2. 62. And he doesn't have that move. Davide with 11. And, it's double X. Ouch. 2 Chris. Put 2. Chris is clinging now. That's 6 of 7. And he also loses an internal move, number 5. We could be saying goodbye to Chris Day here shortly. David Drake might be the one that puts him out of his misery. We'll see. 42. No damage. David's going to hide out. Here's Lew Coleman. We move to column 3. 34. XO to the car. Oh, it's only Steve Towers, the only car left. So he's going to put a damage on Steve and take one of his own. Steve now has to go back to Luke, 16, but he doesn't have the reverse smash. So now out pops Bob Sheehy, taking aim at somebody, 26. And Bob can't get his car moving. He does not have the bumper blast move. So we move to the 4th column. Here's Chris Bowler, 34. That'll be an O. So he's going to do external damage to himself and to Mike Perry. And let's see, 34. So that's it. No internal damage on that move. Mike Perry right back at him, 45, or rather 16 on the 40. Let's see if his engine light comes on first. 1 or a 6 it does. Oh, that's it for Mike Perry. The car crapped out. So Mike Perry, even without the hit, we got to take Mike out of the Derby. So Mike is the 3rd car knocked out. He's going to get 2 points, giving him 12. Same as Matt Dante. All right. Jason Mockler, as we move to the final column. In the lit energy drink Conestoga station wagon. And we roll a 14. It's a reverse smash. Oh, he's going to put 2 damage on himself. Only 1 on Al. And here's Al, 35. Al says, it's a skid result. So Al's going to be a single A. So 1, 2, or 3, he's going to put another damage on Jason. And he puts 2 damage on Jason. That's going to put Jason on the brink. And Jason's also going to lose an internal. He's going to lose move number 3. 24. All right, so Jason has lost moves 3, 4, 5, and 6. He's only got 1 and 2 left. And that'll wrap up the 4th minute of the Derby. We go to minute number 5. And now the cars are starting to drop out of here. We've lost 3. Mike Perry, Matt Dante, and Michael Robinson are all out. All right, here's Chris Day, here's Chris Phillips, Bob Sheehy in the first column. Steve, Jason, and Luke in the second column. And we're going to go... Oh, Al's got nobody to hit. Al's kind of left hanging out to dry as Dave Dre. Oh, he's hiding. We'll keep an eye on that move here as the turn ends up. All right, here's Chris Day to start out the 5th minute of the Derby, 21. He has that move. He's going to lose another internal move, though. He's going to put a hit on Chris Phillips and then lose the 5th move. That's his second loss of the 5th move. Chris Phillips comes right back, 21. And he is going to, I think that might just knock out Chris Day. He's going to go to the most damaged car, which is Chris. A 21. Make sure I'm reading this right. We'll put an external damage, and that will be 7 on Chris. There's also an internal damage on Chris Phillips. He's going to lose move number 4. Oh, so he knocked himself out. That's his third damage on 4. So both those guys are out. Chris goes first. Let's see, 3 points for Chris Day. And that will give him 10 points. So far, he's the second lowest. Let's get Chris's car over here. And Chris Phillips also knocks himself out, 67. Let's see here. So Chris is going to get 4 points, giving him 11. So right now, Chris Day and Michael Robinson are the 2 lowest. All right. So Bob's just sitting there. They took each other out, so he's going to just kind of cool his jets, idle his engine, and see what happens with everybody else. Here's Steve Tower leading off the second column. 55. He does not have 55. He's only got 3 of his moves left. Here's Jason Mockler, 26. And that is one of the 2 moves that Jason has. It's a car move, though. And Jason's car is, to say the least, not looking good right now with 6 damage. A 6. Oh, it's an unusual result, though. So maybe he gets something going. Let's just see. 12. Oh, engine begins to smoke. Engine light goes on. So Jason Mockler's number 24 Conestoga station wagon is smoking. And that's not a good thing. Here's Lew Coleman. Is he going to put Jason out of his misery? 62. It looks like it is going to be Steve Tower that gets the hit from Luke. But Luke's also going to lose an internal damage. 4. That's his first. He's actually looking pretty good right now. And now Davide. As we move to column number 3, 45. XO to the most damaged vehicle. That's Mark Mose. He's going to put a damage on Mark, external damage on Mark. That's Mark's 5th. He'll take an external damage of his own, only his 2nd. Davide is looking good. Cleanest car in the Derby right now with only 2 external damage and nothing internal. Mark Moe. Let's see what Mark can do here. 26, nothing. The bumper blast is gone for Mark. And here's Chris to wrap up the column. 41. It's a no damage, so he takes the back seat there and kind of hides away. So Al's got nobody to hit. And here's Dave with the bounce back move. 53. Does he have that move? He does. He's going to put a damage on Al, take an external damage of his own, and also going to take away one of Al's remaining moves. Al's going to lose move number 1. All right, that'll wrap up the 5th minute of the Derby. We go to the 6th minute. And here we go. We are now down to, let's see, we've lost 5 cars, and Jason Mockler's engine light is on. Could be 6 shortly. That leaves us with 9, maybe 8 after this turn. Al, Dave, okay, let's see here. There we go. All right, Al's going to lead it off. And here we go. 31. He has that move. He's going to take an internal damage, though. 4. Well, he's okay. He's going to put an external damage on either Mark or Bob. It's Mark. Nope, he's going to put it on Bob. the star driver, the superstar driver so far. Here's Mark, 31. Does not have that move, so Bob's going to get a clean shot at somebody, 63. That will be... Oh, Bob takes a damages his own car, but he also puts damage on... Well, see, Al and Mark both have 5, so I'm going to use the decider die. Dot, it's Al. Nope, he puts it on Mark. And it'll be... Is it an external? Yes. So that is 6 on Mark. We move to the second column. Dave Dre, 53. XO, exclamation point. So it'll be, let's see, when there's no targeting symbol. So let's figure out who's, well, let's put the O on Dave. So Dave puts a little bit of external damage on his own vehicle, giving him 4. He's got 3 left. So Dot is going to be on Davide. Yep, so Davide gets an external and also loses an internal, but he's got plenty to lose. That was his first internal damage. His car's still running pretty well. Davide comes back, 64. He's got that move. He's going to go to the star car. Let's see, that'll be Lew Coleman takes the hit. Luke's going to lose an external damage and an internal move. Luke loses move number 2. And Luke wraps up the column, 22. Oh, he just lost the bumper blast. Well, that was last turn. He does not have the bumper blast, so he's going to sit where he is. Coming out of hiding is Chris Bowler in the Buckmobile, 34. All right, so he's going to put a damage on of his own, and then he's going to put a external damage on the car with the most damage. That's going to be Jason Mockler, and that is going to put Jason Mockler out of the Derby. So Jason is the 6th one to be knocked out. He's going to get 5 points, giving him 13. So he is safe. He will live to wreck another week. Alrighty. Take the engine light off because the engine is done. The engine has shut off. All right, here's Steve Tower to wrap up the 6th minute of the Derby. He's got a 64. Does Steve have that move? He does. That'll be an X. Internal and external to the only car in the column, so it's Chris Bowler. So Steve somehow gets that Regal Coupe, that Regal Super Sedan to do a little damage. Chris gets an external damage and also loses move number 6 in the Bargain Mart Buckmobile. All right, so there we go. We're going to move to 1, 2, 3. This is the 7th minute of the Derby. 7th minute of the Derby. We've got 7 cars left, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 8 cars left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got 8 cars left. So it's 3, 3, and 2. Here we are. Luke, Mark, Chris Bowler, Davide, Steve, Al, Dave, and Bob. And here we go. The 7th minute of the Derby. Lew Coleman gets it started in the Dot Cola Wayfarer Sedan, 15. That will be, oh, it's a skid move. Single A. Oh, it's going to be nothing. Just kind of drives by Davide. Davide's got the kamikaze move. It'll be, oh, it's one of each. So he's going to put an external and an internal in his own vehicle. He's got plenty to spare, though. And who's he going to hit? Is it going to be Luke? It's going to be Luke. Luke's got 5 external, and he's just lost another internal. That's his 3rd. Still running fairly well for this late in the Derby. Here's Dave Dre, currently number 4 in the point standings, 32. And Dave, oh, that's a good one. Dave's going to, well, he's not going to quite knock out Luke. He's going to put an external damage for 6, but take away 2 of Luke's internal moves. Move number 6, move number 4. So Luke's got 2 moves left, and the 4 move is in double trouble. Here's Mark Moe to lead off the second column, 65. That'll be a skid results, and that'll be 1, 2, or 3 will get some damage on somebody. And he's going to put a little damage on his, we'll roll the decider die, Dot at Steve Tower. Nope, he's going to put it on Bob Shee, who's now up to 6 external damage. Mark Moe also has 6, so here's Steve Tower's chance to knock somebody out. He did a lot of that last week. 62, if he can just get something going in his car. Oh, and he does have the 6 move, the waffle iron move. Somebody's going out right now. It's going to be the, well, I got to roll the decider die. Dot, it's Mark Moe. Nope, he takes Bob Sheehy out. We also have to lose an internal move. Steve's going to lose move number 1. Oh, and Steve takes himself out. That's his third loss of move number 1. So Steve also knocks himself out. So Bob Sheehy goes out in the Classic Bank Commuter Sport Coupe. He is the 7th knocked out. He'll get 6 points, giving him 28. And Steve also loses out with that third loss of the number 2 move. So Steve will be the 8th knocked out. He'll get 7 points, giving him 22 points. Both those guys are safe for next week. In fact, they're looking pretty good in the standings. They finished high enough to put themselves within shouting distance of the Silver Trash Can Award. All right, so here's Chris Bowler and Al Wilson as we wrap up the column. Chris will go first. 51. He does not have that move. Al gets a free shot if he can get something going. The Bitty Beer El Presidente is limping along. Does not have the rollback move. All right, so we're down to our final, 6 cars? 1, 2, 3. Our final 6 cars. 2 columns of 3. And we go to the 8th minute of the Derby. 20 points on the line here. And here we go. Chris, Luke, Mark, Al, Davide, and Dave. Always, I got to do that again. I don't want 3 columns of 2. I want 2 columns of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so Al, Luke, and David Dre are in the second column. All right, Mark Moe leads it off. In the number 50, Sackway Foods Mayflower Coupe 65. He's got that move. It's a skid move. Mark is an A. Oh, it's an unusual result. Mark is limping along with 6 external damage on the Mayflower Coupe. 36. Is it a showdown move? No, he's blindsided after making a wrong turn. See ya. He's out. 3 O's. Who got him? Let's see who got him. Davide? No, it's Chris Bowler knocked him out. So we're going to put 3. That's a huge amount of damage on the Mayflower Coupe. So let's get Mark. Is the 9th one knocked out. 8 points for Mark Moe. He's safe. He's looking pretty good, actually, with 18 points. Here's Davide. 24. And he does not have that move, leaving Chris Bowler with a chance to do some damage. 44. That will be an XO. So an external damage to Davide and an external damage for Chris. He's now got 6. We move to the final column. Al Wilson in the Bitty Beer El Presidente. Does Al have the reverse smash? He does not. Can't get anything going. Lew Coleman, 66. Luke's the waffle iron is out also. That leaves Dave Dre with a chance to do something, 24. And he's going to take advantage. He is going to put an X on. He's going to put an external damage. Let's see. Let me count this up. 6 on Luke, 5 on Al. So Al's the least damaged car. Al's going to lose an external amount of resilience and also lose an internal move. 5. So Al's lost 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. All he's got is the stinger. That's all. That's all that's left. All right. So let's see. I guess Dave Dre is next. No, that was Dave Dre. All right. So let's go to. We're down to 5 cars left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right. Here we go. Here's our first column. Luke, Dave Dre, Chris Bowler, Davide, and Al will be in the second column. Luke goes first. 26, does not have it. Dave Dre, 66, does not have it. Chris Bowler, 32, has it. Uh-oh. And that will knock out Lew Coleman. So Chris Bowler knocks out Lew Coleman. And Luke is the 10th knocked out. He'll get 9 points. So he's looking pretty good, 23 points. And let's see. Was that Chris Bowler? No, that was Dave Dre. Chris Bowler. No, that was Chris. Right. So here's Davide. 52. It's the potpourri, one of each. So that's going to knock out Al Wilson. Davide is going to hang in there, though, unless he loses an internal move. No, he's gonna hang around. He's gonna lose move 3, but that's gonna keep him running. So Davide is gonna be in it. Al gets knocked out. He will finish 4th and get 10 points, giving him 26. So Bob is still the leader so far. The BD El Presidente is towed to the side. All right, so you got 3 guys left. Let's see who's going to pull off the win tonight. 13 points for 3rd place, 15 points for 2nd place, 20 points for 1st place. And here we go. It's going to be Dave Dre leading off, Davide, and Chris. Let me put these in the center here so we can see what's going on. All right, so Dave Dre starts. He's got 4 external damage. Internally, he's got only one move loss. So I'd say Dave is probably in the best shape right now. 54. That will knock somebody out, I believe. Oh, he's going to take an internal damage. Let's see, 3, 6, 3. They both have 6, so I got to roll the decider die. One of these guys is going out right now. Is it Davide? Nope, it's Chris Bowler. Takes the hit and is knocked out. I got to remember to get Dave Dre. Let me take Dave Dre's internal damage right now, too. Dave's going to lose move number 2. Chris Bowler's going out. Let's see here. So he's going to get 13 points. A nice finish, though. Gives him 22 to add on to the 9 that he already had. All right, so here's Davide and Dave. Davide goes next. 13. Does he have 13? He does not. Dave Dre. I got a feeling Dave's going to do it right here. 41. Oh, it's a no damage. Well, that's going to... So he's going to see if Davide does a self-inflicted. He's got, well, nobody to hit, really. So that will be kind of a moot point. 53. So Dave will go next. 53. Let's see, 22. 53. He's got that move. X. Oh, that should... does that do it? Yes, that will knock out Davide. 53. Let's see if it knocks him out too, though. An external and an internal. No, it's not going to knock Dave out. It's just going to knock Davide out. So Davide bites the bullet. He will get 2nd place, 15 points. We said he needed a strong finish, and he got one. 20 points now. And Dave Dre is our winner. Look at that. 20 points for Dave Dre, giving him 35. He's got a commanding lead. So right now it looks like Dave Dre's got 35 points, is in the top spot. Bob Sheehy with 28. Al Wilson with 26. Lew Coleman with 23. Steve Tower with 22. Chris Bowler with 22. Davide with 20. So all those guys are within shouting distance. Who are the bottom 2? It looks like Michael Robinson with 4 points is going to get X'd out. And we're going to have to say goodbye to Chris Day as well with 10 points. Chris Phillips barely hangs on with 11 points. He and Jason Mccoy. Let's see. So Chris Phillips with 11 points. Matt Dante and Mike Perry with 12 points. Jason Mockler with 13 points. Those are the guys that are on the bubble for next week. So there you have it. Congratulations to Dave Dre for pulling off the big win tonight and solidifying his place at the top of the American Demo Derby League standings. So we'll eliminate our 2, or exterminate, I should say, exterminate our 2 drivers. We'll have the terrific 12 for next week's Tuesday night show. And again, we'll get it down from 12 to 10, and then after that, the final week of the show will be everybody that's within shouting distance of the leader. Everybody who's got at least who could take the lead with a 20-point win. So, thank you for joining us. We will be back Thursday night with our next Play Games Laboratory segment. We got some new stuff to show you that we've been working on behind the scenes. Hope you'll join us for that, starting at 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, Thursday night, right here on the Play Space. Until then, enjoy your week. Stay safe, stay well, have fun, and we'll see you Thursday night on the Play Space. Appreciate you being part of the Play Games community. Good night, everybody.